out by the pond. I'm on the swing. I've discovered how to turn the camera. Look at that. See, I'm on the swing by the pond. I just thought that was pretty cool. The sunflowers are really big there. They got pretty big heads and they're almost touching the roof. Gosh. There is Daryl. He's trying to barbecue a marshmallow. We had ribs there. It was really good. Let's take a quick look at the pond and see what's going on. This is, I think, the first day of September. I went swimming today. How could I not swim on the first day of September? There's Jax. She's just a little cat. She has no tail. She came that way. She was born that way with no tail. She's like a Manx. And she's a Siamese mix. It's kind of nice to have some little animals around the pond. I miss the puppies. I'll go see them tomorrow. And look at the fish. Oh my. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys something. I'll have to show you that filk that I have attached to that. It's flowing so good. But yeah, these little guys, there's a toncho fish that's missing out of this pond. And we first noticed him missing last week when it rained and the water level there went up. So he was suddenly gone. But there is an overflow, but it's blocked. You shouldn't be able to get out. And we looked and couldn't find him for several days. And then he showed back up. And now he's back up there. He's in that marsh. And when there was another big fish, a blackie, who turned orange last fall, swims up there. And I think there may have been other goldfish because the water, suddenly one day last week, the water was all muddy, like just muddy, like complete covered. It was hard to see the fish, and I was like, I got a UV sterilizer. How could this happen so quick? Because the fish went into the marsh, stirred everything up. Because koi like to stir the bottom up there. They like to spawn in the bottom. I'm not thinking that they're gonna spawn. I don't know. It was probably goldfish, but there was a few fish in there. So, but everybody looks good and healthy. They're swimming around. Oh, and I had that water lily. This was day 3 for it. It's starting to close. Let's see. It was a hot summer. A lot of stuff dried out and just overheated. Really pretty today. It's starting to close. Probably be the last day. Look at these little fishies. They follow me from that side of the pond. Now they're over here. They're hungry. They're saying, feed me, feed me. When I put the food down, I'll feed them. They're swirling. They're starved. You can clearly see they're starved. They're so big now compared to what they were last year. I feed them several times a day when I'm out here. But they're really hungry. And that's that little marsh, the marsh that also blocks the sun from the bottom of the pond. Oh, and look at the spiders. Like, those were little shoots off the mother spider plant. And I planted them, and I took the other plants out from in between, like the pansies, because they look kind of done. But I just love the spiders, and I actually like it with that little bit of blue lobelia. It doesn't overwhelm the spider, because the spider here is the star of my show. I don't know why I like these spider house plants planted there. They turned out good. And Daryl's got some toys on the pond. That red boat is his old boat. And then we found this new one downtown at one of the thrift stores. There's a bunch of little sand toys inside. It opens up. It's something. I don't know. It's kind of cute. At night when the spotlight comes on, they look really good. And there's a little chair here, a toy chair that I sometimes sit. And if you want to put your coffee there, you can. Someone can sit. I could sit there. Turn the chair around. It's easy to pick up. Let me see. Right here. There, I'm sitting on the chair now, see? On the chair. Hopefully I don't fall off. Oh, look at the edge. But yeah, the fish look really good down there. The water's clear. They stirred their mud up. I had to clean the filters. The pump is going really good. I was going to talk about smear algae that you get in the daytime last month when it was so hot. Like, it's cooling now and I'm not getting that as much. Plus, too, those little water flows there by the lily, they help to keep the water cooler, because what happens when the sun is shining there and if the water isn't hardly moving, you get the surface water will overheat and create that smear algae that rises. But let me just get up. Oh, this side here of the pond, I put that little tiny ball to sort of spin, but look at the current it creates to the lilies. So it's helping to keep that smear algae down. And then I made a shade here. That's why there's sticks, because it was so hot that the floating water hyacinths were burning up in there, literally. It was so hot. I moved some to the cooler shade and they were coming back, but the only thing really doing good is that yerba manza, and it's got those shoots that are in the float that I made. It's like a hoop with an old shirt and some duckweed, and it's going green, and there's all the bees and the wasps come there and take a drink all day long. Like, you'll see them all day long getting the water. So it's a water hole for all. They come in there too. And the wasps, they need water for their nest. But yeah, my money tree's coming nice. See, I'm standing up here, way up here on this little walkway. I know, like, Daryl had to have the walkway up here, and it's actually kind of fun, if I have to admit. There's a little chair if I wasn't holding the camera, but yeah, you know what, if I fell in, I can swim, so it's okay. Ha ha ha. And the water won't, there's steps I can get out. But this came nice too, this here. And the fish do like to hide under there when it's hot, really super hot, like it'll shade it nice. And there's spiders from up here. There's the gazebo. We have some of the roof open in the gazebo. There's a tank in there that has so much of this plant growing. But yeah, everything's doing pretty good. Most of the plants. This one, like the other one, kind of just couldn't take it. It's cooked. It's got to all come out. But this here, crown of thorns, it didn't matter the heat, and if you forgot to water it. This is a cactus, and it blooms all summer, and it's so pretty right there, and it's in a nice little easy pot to carry in the house and put it somewhere by the window, like all the windows are occupied. This goes in one of the front bedroom windows. This came back, this coleus. It's growing in the full sun. Just groom it, but it's growing in the full sun, and so the leaves are a little smaller, but they're doing really good, and it's gonna bloom. And here, this came back from last year. I mean, I don't know why they were so late, but you know, they're coming, so it's cute, and they're blooming. But this was the elephant ear. My sister loves the elephant ear. It kind of grew straight up in the full sun, like this, up and down. It was probably too hot, and even these ones are straight up and down. But I just love the floral green color in there. I did a really nice brown in the living room walls, and we're going to do a nice floral green like that on the one wall that faces the sun. And then I'm going to put some of the plants that I keep over winter in there. But let's take a look at this sunflower. Look, way up there, way up there. It's by the roof. It's so big. Look. Oops. I'm way down here, and it's way up there, way above my head. Like, look at that, okay? Just for reference, way above my head. Yeah. Look at that. I couldn't touch it if I wanted to. It's so high. And there seems to be bees in there. Like they just started opening. They're beautiful, and they don't turn once they get a head. Like all day long, before they get the flower head, the heads will, or the tops will turn to the sun, right? Like this one here still young, so it's turned towards the sun. The sun's right there setting, but in the morning it'll turn there. But once they get their heads, these ones are still turning, but once they get a head, they'll stay at the morning sun. Like those ones there don't turn anymore, they become fixed. I thought that was interesting discovery I made. But yeah, there's the kitty. Where is she? Right there. She doesn't get out of the yard. And that's today by my ponds. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you soon.